I got to say, this is the cool bit about being a community like this. We're all learning how to do these skills, and we do it, another community picks it up and does it. So yeah, cool.
There you go. I would like to welcome all video watchers and listeners on YouTube and everyone here present in the room. I can see Tagain and Tom and Dylan and Chris. My name is Newman Lanier. I am on the staff at the Cardano for Climate, and you are listening to our general meeting. And today's date is June 22nd, 2022. Welcome. We have, let's orient you now to the context. We are a part of Project Catalyst, and we are in the beginning of, or we're in the middle of writing proposals and getting ready to make a big impact in the Cardano blockchain. Let's open it up. And does anyone have any other welcoming messages?
How about just go to the next slide, and then if you want anything to say anything in the beginning of this, just put your hand up if you've got a comment or something burning.
Okay.
Yeah, is it okay if I do this part?
Please do.
Yeah, so we've been around for a little while, almost coming up to a year. August, it'll be a year when we started. So welcome to our Cardano for Climate weekly meeting. We've been doing this regularly, week in, week out. Skipped a couple weeks, maybe one or two. But here we are, making our goal is to make the world work better for all people, animals, and the living planet. Back to you, Newman. Hey, Dan. Nice
all
to
right.
see you.
That's our that's one of our mottos, another one of the mottos, and it would be great if you guys also have a C4C, which stands for Cardano for Climate motto. One of them is, we are the people we've been waiting for. One thing that I can share is that the community here is very open to participating. Another motto that Seomon and I have dreamed up and we're trying to promote is it's better to mess things up than to not participate. It's better to mess things up than to not participate. So I look forward to messing things up and participating with all of you. We do have an agenda, and I think now is the good time, as we're about 10 minutes into the start of our meeting. Workshop and office hour. We will talk about that. We're going to talk about the C4C as a community writes proposals. We've had a funded proposal since Fund 7, and we have 4 proposals funded in Fund 8, and those are ongoing. And so we're also writing proposals now for Fund 9. And we're going to talk about those. I think, I don't know who's going to talk about that. Maybe Seomon, but he is going to talk about the next agenda item, the challenge, what we call the challenge, because that's how this community formed in the challenge setting. And for those who don't know about Project Catalyst, we do a category the community gets to decide the categories for the fund's proposals. And one of those we thought would be great if we focused on climate and impact, the ecological, economic, and the social impacts of this big crisis, catastrophe that we're involved in. And Seomon has taken over the writing of and submitting to the challenge setting for Fund 10, which is happening now in Fund 9, which is kind of a concept. We decide in this fund what gets put into the next fund, and then we will have some breakouts. We will we've got one presenter here. I am going to talk about the events that are coming up. We've got 2 events coming up, one in July about carbon and one in August about proposal showcase. So we're hoping that people with impact proposals will gather together and create a thing. And the breakout rooms will be about the challenge and then proposal writing support. If you are a proposer in this challenge and want some writing support or have questions, etc., that is a good spot for you to go. And then we will also have a general breakout room. Yeah. Does that handle agenda? It seems like a good breaking spot.
Awesome. Let's jump in.
Okay. Okay. Office hours. So I remember in school that there were during exam times, the administration, the institution would go to extra efforts to support people cramming, and they would keep the library open and the computer lab open, and they would have tutoring. And this feeling, which was really great, because when you needed support the most, the institution was there for you. So I wanted to, our community wanted to sort of bring that feeling back. And so this is sort of a fast and loose process, but we've decided on these times that are UTC in the morning one day, or in the evening one day, and so in the evening one day and in the morning the next day. Aha. And this spreadsheet is linked here, and you can comment your name. And that's kind of a common thing in our group, where you have a spreadsheet that you can comment on. So if you just go in and comment on these checkboxes where you would like to, or if you would like to be a host.
Yeah, if you want to host, put in a comment. You did change the from editing to comment only, right?
Yes, it's comment only now. So you should be able to, anyone with any credential on Google should be able to comment there. Unfortunately, you have to have a credential on Google. It's just one of the things in this ecosystem. We are, for whatever reason, on Google. Google is convenient and ubiquitous. So in this section, we need a location, and we're going to sort that out. If you have an open Zoom room or a meeting place, let us know, and we will we can use that as it is. But at the moment, we've got people waiting, and you're waiting, and the people are waiting. The location will sort of come into a process. Now is the time for you to ask questions and to sort of help us with this idea. Do you think it's a good idea? Is anybody jumping at the bit and they're like, ooh, that's a great idea, or otherwise?
This is our first go round for this too as well. And I think that next time we'll use something like Calendly. Chris, did you have something to say? You're still off mute, but
No, I just took it off. But this is helpful. I mean, I'm still trying to figure it out. I mean, I've seen the proposal format, and I think it's like, hey, I need to do a rough cut of that first before I send it to, one of you veterans. So that's kind of where I'm at. But this is helpful. Just getting to meet and see you guys a few times. I know this is the first time I've met you, Melanie, but I've seen Newman here a few times. I've seen Nori here a few times. I'm just kind of getting comfortable with the way how you guys do things.
So the other thing is that, even if you don't have a proposal, come, and then you're going to give some amazing feedback to other proposals. So we're opening this up. I'm really hoping that we're not doing this last minute with our community. Yoram's got himself down for Tuesday next week, and I'm hoping that'll be the cutoff for help, because people tend to procrastinate. And then what happens is, as core team, we get everybody asking for help, and there's only so much help you can do. There we go. We're taking
Check
those
it out.
out.
It's off. It's off.
Yeah. So deadline, is Tuesday next week, and even 10 o'clock. Yeah. So, maybe somebody else wants to help, but it's really hard on the group to be doing this, and we're trying to set it up early enough. So next time I think we'll do Calendly, and it'll be a little bit more proficient. Every time we go through this, we get better and better, and new
So,
people join in.
yeah. So one of the things is the spiral. So you'll notice the snail logo and the Fibonacci sequence. This project is F0. It's the first iteration. We've not done this before. And so this is an example. And so the next time around, we'll do a little bit more. It will become F1. And that's how things grow. This is a seed project. Okay, let's go on to, clearing.
Looks like Simon's up for the challenge.
Yeah, and am I?
Yeah, so Simon just said he's going to add himself to one of those office hours. And, you know, maybe the times aren't the right one, you know, pick and choose. We'll figure it out.
Exactly. Okay.
Simon, you're up.
Yeah, I'll surely find the time. Yeah, this section is all about climate change, the challenge. This is how we all started, I think, or like how I started with Melanie when I first saw the proposals, and I saw, well, there's a little bit to change, and here's a little bit to change, and we worked on it, and we didn't get funded the first time. But even with all our wizardry on proposals, we didn't get it funded the next 2 times either. But yeah, this is not gonna stop us to keep proposing. I think it was a fabulous idea. I think we made a good proposal out of it, and we're very willing actually to improve it, and with all your help, posting the links in the chat here. We want to make it even better than it is today, and I think there's a lot of really good arguments for this to exist in the Cardano ecosystem. Like Cardano is a very energy inexpensive blockchain already, so I think this could help propel the fact and make people aware of that. Also, I think we can do better. Something that stuck in my mind is that the best way of fighting climate change is to reduce the energy consumption, which we do on Cardano. But I mean, this can always be improved, right, on so many levels. And I think it would be a good thing to have some money for that. So yeah, that's all. That's my rant on for talent.
So Simon, go ahead. Does someone have a question?
I was just going to say thank you, Simon, for picking this up and continuing with this fund after fund after fund. And it does take our feedback. We have the opportunity, we have willingness to adapt, to listen to people, and to change this. I think the first time this one went in was Fund 6. Dora said, "You got any crazy ideas? Just throw them in." And I thought, you know what? I'm putting it in. And here we are, 275 people in Telegram and more in Discord. And I think we've had a really, really good impact on many proposals in the whole system. And we just keep getting better and better. Nori, did you have something to say?
Yeah, this time the Cardano Foundation put out a survey to see what people thought were the most important missing challenge settings. And for Fund 9, it was number 1 was governance, but number 2 was climate change. So I've brought this challenge up with the ambassadors crew, and we're raising this specific challenge up to Cardano Foundation to say, hey, here's a challenge specifically addressing the number 2 requested thing that the foundation wants to help back as part of their roadmap. and part of their vision for Cardano, especially being the blockchain for good. So
Mhm.
hopefully we can get a lot of ambassadors in the Cardano Foundation itself behind this to help market and push it and get some energy around it. So that's kind of exciting. So we're kind of expanding our network here to really get this thing through this time.
Beautiful.
You know.
Right.
Oh, and since I have the floor, I'm going to drop something in chat. C4C is experimenting with dework and bounties. So I've just created a really simple bounty here. There's a link to it. It basically says I attended this meeting and we will reward 50 gimbals to anybody who decides to participate as part of our experiment to get people used to using dework. But we also want gimbals to kind of become a symbol of community participation. So showing up for this meeting is super important. You're showing your support of the community, your passion for climate change and other social environmental impact initiatives. So these gimbals will start to accumulate and maybe someday we'll be able to see who's participated and how much. And it's kind of an experiment right now. These things don't have any real value, but we're giving it value. We're giving it participatory value right now. So it'll be a fun experiment.
I actually like the idea that they don't have fiat value.
Yeah.
To me, they have incredible value because we are the ones that make them valuable. And if you're curious about the dework and the bounties, we covered that more last week in the meetup, right? So recordings are usually on YouTube. You can watch that, and any question, just ask in the Telegram chat or Discord.
Yeah,
Awesome.
to actually do the bounty, you need to have a Discord account. So you'll have to sign up there, self-select a role. There's instructions there. There's also a help channel. So if you need help, ask. We're kind of experimenting with kind of the self-service and making sure we have clear channels of communication so we don't have to handhold everybody through. So please try to go through, and if you can't find it, let us know, and we're going to continuously evolve our documentation and help flow, because right now we don't know what's missing because we're too close to it.
Hi, Nori.
Hi, Dan.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure. Of course, yeah.
I was just following the link, and then I was following the second link, read more about this task, but there's nothing coming up for me. It just shows the same issue. So I'm not really sure what I have to do. Do I have to click submit work, or
Yeah, all you have to do is submit work and then you'll be tagged
okay.
as complete.
Okay.
Excellent question, Dan. Thank
Yeah,
you so much for bringing
absolutely.
that up. Is anyone else unfamiliar with dework? This is something that we really think is an important part of the new organizational structure, and we want your feedback. And if you are interested in dework and the bounties and this type of thing, please reach out to us. It's really wonderful. It's kind of run through a lot of the Project Catalyst communities. And we are, yep, go ahead.
I was just wondering, is it, and how is it related to done collectively from Randall? Is there any collaboration going on?
There isn't currently. We are in communication with Randall, at least I am. He's got a really interesting initiative there. But we are working fairly closely with the Little Fish Foundation, which is also doing DAO type colony structure stuff. But right now we're primarily doing the experiment through Gimbal Labs and their token PBL.
Incredible. I'm out of words for what you're doing. It's just incredible to see. Thank you, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Dan.
Yeah, and as Tom mentioned last week, dework doesn't really give you really great indication that your submit work actually submitted. So the UI is a little bit weird there, but if you can see yourself in the comments below as having submitted something, then it's been received. So.
All right.
Perfect.
I would love to talk next about proposal writing. Who here is in the middle of writing a proposal, needing help? Is there any comment that you've got? We want to support that, and we want to find the impact related proposals out there. Anyone around?
I saw something I think Nori posted last time and had a list of all of the proposals that were funded and ones which weren't. And the format in which everyone uses was on there, and I saved a bunch of them. Is that kind of what you guys do and use that as the template?
Yeah, yes. Those proposals are, I think, have just come out of the needs of the community.
Yeah.
Does maybe Nori to talk about our funded proposals and the proposals that we're writing, or if Yoram was around, I think.
We
There was
have,
something that had proposals, ones which are funded, ones which weren't, in different stages. And it was a huge Excel spreadsheet or Google
Sounds
Sheets.
like it came out of Project Catalyst.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that they send out. And we're trying to collect impact related proposals, because you saw that list and it's all over the place. And we're trying to
Massive.
collect one. I've just put it in the chat. I've got 2 people filled that form out. Sean, you need to get your proposal on there too. And do your little presentation, a little Loom presentation, get that out there, because this is early in the stages. Thank you, Sean. And Loom video is coming. That's awesome. Dan, you've got your hand up. What's up?
I'm currently writing a proposal. It's almost done, and we're looking for engineers and developers, ideally of one full stack or front and back end devs. If anyone knows someone that is not yet occupied, please do send it my way. I can also share the proposal here in a second. It's heavily SDG focused, and I wanted to present today, but the presentation is not completely done.
I've got you.
And
I've got your presentation, and yours is a perfect example of why we need to set up these slides in a Loom. Life happens. Dan's partner, we'll go into that next in the slides coming up. But Dan, you're gonna see how this worked out for good. So
amazing.
and Tyler, please get those in. I've dropped the links in for that form. Get that in, do the Loom presentation, take the pressure off and do it sooner than later. Even if you don't have your proposal fully worked out, do a little bit, call out, ask for people. Baba, sorry, Dan,
Oh, there's some hands up. Go ahead,
hands
Bob.
up, Baba, you're up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Evans Kisanga. I'm from Tanzania in East Africa. I have one proposal that is proposing to start a Cardano hub that will serve East Africa. And the major impact that we are trying to achieve here is to solve the language barrier, to have a hub that will solve the language barrier so that people can contribute and participate in different projects that are going on in the Cardano ecosystem. But on the other hand, is to build bridges between the entities that are here, for instance, the policies makers in the environment sectors, or the NGOs that deal with environmental improvement, to connect them with the Cardano ecosystem so that they can use the potential that is available in the ecosystem. So I'll share the link to my proposal. Please, I'll be happy if you share with me your reviews and feedback. Thank you.
So before we go on to the next, and thank you so much, Baba. It was Baba Elliott. It was great to meet you yesterday, and you've been in the community for the last couple of weeks. That's or I've seen you the last couple of weeks. So what the proposals need is for us as a group to go in and comment, give feedback and kudos so that they can be visible in the idea scale. Dylan, I think you've got your hand up. You want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So I've got a proposal that we're writing, and feedback would be appreciated. But Also looking at helping out with the C4C East sort of hub. So that's another one that I'll be sort of leading, but probably wanting feedback from the group, similar to the Africa hub, and looking for other participants in that time zone. So the other side of the world. So yeah, once
Dylan,
I get more.
What time is it where you are right now?
1:30 or 2 in the morning.
So
this
shouldn't have to happen, right? So this is what Dylan is actually working on, is to meet another incredible group of people if we're going to make this massive world impact. Thank you for doing that, Dylan. Amazing.
Yep, not a problem. And yeah, so as soon as I've got more headway on those, I'll put them into our usual channels, asking for feedback and possible assistance if required, just fine tuning, editing, things like that.
Thanks, Dylan. Let me know, ping me. I'm very interested in helping, and also offering up the Pacific Town Hall time as well, if that is a good time for people. We can work that into our agenda to allow a space there, if that would be helpful.
Yeah, that might be a good idea to squeeze some time in for that. But yeah, we can discuss that. That's a good idea.
It's in about 10 hours from now, every second week. So much more reasonable time for the East, for sure.
Yeah, this week? I can't even remember if we were there last week or the week before.
I don't know if it's this week. I think it might be next week.
Truly can't remember. What is
Yeah,
it,
you're
Nori?
just.
Is it tomorrow?
It's next week.
Next week, yeah.
Next week. Okay. Okay.
Zuha, you're up.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep my camera off because, you know, to prevent lagging and such. So just wanted to talk about some elaborate points about our project. We mainly posted it on dApps, but we wanted to ask if there's a way to move the proposal, an already existing proposal, to another campaign. So we want to move it from dApps to DAO, because we also, based on Newman's recommendation, that our project is a typical DAO, you know, when you're mediating between several stakeholders. So is there a way to do that? Because we have more than 100 views, we have comments that might help people get to know the project more. Even though some sections of the proposal need editing still, but yeah, that's the question.
Typically that's difficult without any special help, but I have seen Marek and Danny do that in the past. So you may try reaching directly out to Danny or Marek, and they may be able to do some magic to move the category, but there's no way for you to do that without recreating it.
Okay, so it's an admin thing.
The other thing to consider is the funding for the category too. And if you're already in the category, that may be useful with enough funding, a lot of attention on it, I'd be a little bit hesitant to move it somewhere else. There's a little bit of consideration there too, because if you go into a smaller funded, I'm not sure what the amounts are. Anybody know that one? dApps and integration seems to me is a huge one.
It's half the fund.
It's like 4 million, I think.
So
that's the fund, but there's also a lot of proposals there, right?
Yeah.
So and probably they're asking for more money on average. So I think feeling comfortable with the challenge and how your proposal related to the challenge, in my view, it's very, very important, right? Because this is, you're being measured by the impact of your proposal on the challenge, right? So you need to feel very comfortable with challenge you are, and then you need to really consider the budget based on the budget of the challenge, based on how many people can, you know, we don't want one people or few people to take all the budget, right? It should be somehow distributed between many proposals, and there's different things to think about, right, around that. But if you need specific advice, we're happy to go through that and evaluate with you.
Yep, excellent.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's take.
Sorry, Lawrence. Lawrence has his hand up.
Yeah, let's take Lawrence, and then we'll talk about the breakout rooms, and then we'll get back to Zuha and Raphael and MC for their detailed presentation of their proposal. So Lawrence, take it away.
Yeah, just a few minutes, guys. So thanks. Yeah, so my proposal is going to be the open source Cardano lottery, which is for a fundraising kind of platform for social good and green projects on Cardano. Wondering, how do I get onto your agenda? So maybe it's not, this looks pretty busy today, but next week, how do I get onto your agenda so I can give more details to the community, the C4C community?
I've just gone through the slides really quick, and I see that Raphael's project and Zuha's project is in there with 10 slides. And we're going to have a problem if we have everybody takes up 20 minutes right off the bat, because somebody's going to have to come on and be the police, the time police, and say, oh, your time's up. So my suggestion is 3 or 4 or 5 impactful slides with a little Zoom, 2-minute Zoom. If you've got that ready and a link to that in that form, we can show it anytime we have extra time. Signing up, we're still in the process of figuring that one out. But Lawrence, you're asking now, you're on next week, as far as we know, right?
Basically, you just ask and we'll give you on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And just a thing, I love the idea of the lottery. I think it's something that could be a template for any of these meetings. We call it split the pot, and it sort of happens in sporting events, and it's just a good and fun thing. Yeah. So thank you, Lawrence, and we're looking forward to getting a 5-slide, 2-minute Loom presentation from you. And I know that Zuha and the gang from CNGO are going to be mindful of the time and keep it just to about 5 minutes.
Possible. And see, that puts people on the spot. And I apologize for that, because, I've just seen all the slides and it's like, oh my God, there's too many slides. And it's a bit of a panic.
Well, we spoke when we organized to keeping the time in the appropriate thing. I have a feeling that they will just briefly go through those slides. I think that's their normal slide deck, and then they will just touch on those.
We won't take up any more of the time. And Dan, thankfully, has missed his opportunity, but it gives us another opportunity. So awesome.
All right. So I do want to mention that we will have breakout rooms after this, but in the interest of time, I want to get right over to the proposer spotlight with Raphael, the team, and CNGO, and I'm going to share the screen, and we will take it from there.
Sorry, one slot. Can you just go one slide back?
Sure.
This is my pitch.
Oh, right. Here we go. Yeah. This one.
Right. So Dan trying to do his presentation today. Life happens. Take your time, set up a Loom presentation, keep the harmony. And these are the links. I've put them in the chat already. Please do this right now. Get it done for us. Now you can go on.
Which is and what we're asking is a Loom presentation of your proposal. So Lawrence and the other folks, Dylan, all the other folks that have mentioned their proposals, please do a 2-minute thing, because that's easy to promote. It's easy to sort of share and get around. It helps you while you organize it and keeps the harmony. So you don't have to get your heart rate up in a bad way. We love high heart rates if you're exercising and are connecting with beautiful people. We love that, but in a stressful way, it can kind of tear your heart down. And those valves, they only have a certain amount of time. You don't want that. Use Loom for heart health, and also oatmeal. Okay.
And just to put it out there, since there was a question last time, you don't have to use Loom. If you can produce a 2-minute MP4 video, we'll happily accept that, because that's what we're going to get at the end anyway. So yeah, give us the videos, keep it under 2 minutes. And we will slice and dice and combine and make wonderful things about it as we move into the voting phase with our Impact Fest that's coming up.
All right. I love talking, but here, let's go. I want to hear from our friends from Beirut, Lebanon. Raphael, are you guys ready? I'm hoping that you guys are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
Excellent. Take it away. And if you just tell me when to advance the slides, I will.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. And we're gonna make it as fast as we can. Okay, so mainly our project, it's the name is CNGO. Okay, so it's a platform. We are creating a platform that connects donors to NGOs using the power of blockchain to make all the process very transparent. Okay, so mainly you donate. This money will go to a pool dedicated for this specific NGO. Okay, we're gonna keep this money inside this pool, and the NGO, they should tell us what do they need this money for. So mainly this money is directly used for the cause. It won't cover any expense of the NGO. So their expenses should be covered from other donations from outside the platform. Okay, so as a phase one, we are obliged to audit all the reports received from the NGOs, because the blockchain for now cannot control this side of the problem that we are facing. So as a phase one, we need to, the human presence should be in this step. For the phase two, we're gonna include vendors who will accept ADA, and we're gonna connect these vendors to the NGOs. So let's take as an example an NGO that as a cause they support kids, poor kids. They need, let's say, clothes, or they need stationery. So we're gonna connect. We're gonna list vendors who will accept ADA on the platform. So the money received from the donor will get to the pool of the NGO. And once the transaction is done between the NGO, they receive the supply from the vendor, the money will be released from this pool directly to the vendor. So the money will stay on chain. It won't go off chain. So mainly this is the core idea of our platform. Okay, so but while doing this, we are focusing on all the stakeholders inside this ecosystem. So let's say what's in it for the I'm sorry, Newman, I'm trying to summarize all the project, the proposal, without focusing on the
oh, I see. Sure. Okay, yeah, no problem.
To make it easier and faster.
Just advance a few slides, Newman.
Yes.
You got step one, he's got step one in there. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Next, if you want. This is the solution, and we have the problem. All the NGOs are losing funds because we have a major problem globally. Donors, they don't believe in NGOs anymore because many frauds events happen, theft, mismanagement of the funds, and they entitle this as confidentiality. So when you are donating to an NGO, it's confidential. They take the money and you don't know where this money is going to. They're gonna support a cause. Will it go to the CEO of this NGO to travel on business class? We don't know. So you're just doing out of goodwill, you're donating. But we need to give this credit to the donor. We need him to donate and knows where this money is going to, which cause, what are the supplements they are using, what supply, what services that this money is spent on. So mainly this is what we want to create as an ecosystem. So mainly we are filtering the NGOs mainly. So let's say the NGOs who are working in money laundering, anything negative, doing negative things won't be listed on our platform. It's not for their benefit to join our platform. But we're giving the opportunity for the NGOs who are working for a cause, who truly believes and works for a cause, to join our platform and to benefit from the blockchain power, which is transparency. And this way, this will give the face for donors to believe again in NGOs and to donate more to NGOs. So this, we are fixing the NGO problem, we are fixing the donors problem. But as an added value, the more you donate, the more you're gonna be rewarded as a donor. We are creating 3 tiers. So do you have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3, silver, gold, and platinum donor? Based on your donation, let's say after 1 year, based on your donation, you will be airdrop an NFT. So let's say you have a silver, you're a silver donor. In the phase 2, we're gonna create our own token and our own staking pool. So this donor who received this silver NFT, they will get a specific APY on their staking. So the more you donate, the more you have the staking, the APY will be higher. So so if we answer the question, what's in it for the donor? He's donating, and plus he's investing. He has returns, rewards. And if we say also, what about Cardano? What's in it for them? First of all, ADA will be the currency. Exposure, because we won't be focusing only on the Cardano community, will be our vision to be global. So we need to approach celebrities from outside the crypto space, people who's into into humanitarian action. Like, let's say, I'm giving an example, like Angelina Jolie. She's supporting causes in Africa, all over the world. So we can approach to be our ambassador. So we need to bring people directly to the Cardano blockchain through this platform, through this project. So this is what's in it for Cardano. And mainly this is our, let's say, our vision for the project.
And if I can add to that, we highly believe that it targets all SDGs indirectly, because we're not supporting a certain cause. We're here to ensure transparency between all stakeholders, no matter what cause they support. And
one more thing, we're gonna be like the judge. Hopefully, we in the long run, our aim is to become the first platform for NGO verification. So mainly, let's say we donated money for an NGO, and they didn't send us proof intentionally. So here the DAO will be in place. People will vote. If we remove these NGOs, they will be delisted from the platform, and they will be visible in a section called banned NGOs. So we are working also as a bad publicity for these NGOs as well. So we're trying to be mediator in all sense to fix all the problems. So mainly we are trying to create an ecosystem by closing all the loop of the funding and all the related to charity and donation.
I think it's a thank you so much for the proposal. That was for this presentation. I think it has the ability to, because the NGO model is how impact is done, environmental, ecological, economic, and social impact is done through this model. Your proposal, your idea, the problem that you highlight is foundational to so much of what we do and so much of how the world right now is tackling climate change. The problems with what we're having with climate change kind of comes back to that problem of NGOs. I know that there's many people in our ecosystem that are worried about this, are focused on this. That's why I asked you to be here. Thank you so much. I'm very, very proud of you, and a big round of applause. Thank you. Excellent. Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And by the way, I have a question. We were thinking of creating a Discord channel with all the causes that we're gonna tackle, that the NGOs who will be onboarded will tackle. Let's make it broad, all the causes that NGOs tackle. Would you be interested, let's say, in the climate change channel? We're trying to include NGOs and donors as well. So it will be a community driven, it will be a collaboration between NGOs and donors, so they can exchange ideas. NGOs can, let's say, expand their vision through these donors because they are interested in this cause. So mainly they can collaborate in creating new opportunities, new ideas, increase their awareness through these donors. Would you be interested to be involved in this section, the climate change, or in any other cause?
We've got directories, we've got links, definitely lots of potential for collaboration. Scott Poynton said, climate change is a failure in cooperation. We are cooperating and we are going to continue to do that. Yeah, thank you so much for your presentation. I'm curious if you've done some research on other verifying how other people verify, other platforms verify NGOs. I've seen some of that out there and I'm kind of curious about that and how we can start bridging that to the Cardano blockchain. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
So in saying that too, and after listening to your presentation too, so again, I'm going to harp about this, your slide presentation with a little Loom, and please, can you do it in Arabic, in your other languages? We should be listening to people's heart languages, to people's mother languages. And what happens is we end up being all English, and we end up forcing people to speak in English to do their presentation. So please, if you would consider doing an English presentation and your own heart language.
Actually, it's a very good idea. And by the way, Zuha with us in our team, she was focusing about the Arabic language in the catalyst, because it is available, but it's still shy. And mainly the presence of Cardano in the Arabic countries is still shy.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We need to get this exposure. That's why I created like an Instagram account for the Middle East. But I got reported. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, so the thing is, so if you do a slide presentation in Arabic, in your Loom in Arabic, you can link that in your proposal. You won't be putting it in Arabic in the idea scale, but you will have access to it. Ahlan wa sahlan and shukran.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Shukran.
Yoram has something to say about that too.
No, I think it's excellent idea. And I mean, there are systems today to have subtitles, right? So if you can speak in the language and have subtitles actually in English, that would be wonderful. So yeah, maybe
So
Dan knows about it. But
yeah, then there's no question, because white woman here clicking on an Arabic video, I don't know what's being said. Subtitles, yes, please do. In your heart languages, also one in English. Dan, you have your hand up. Sorry, Dan, did you want to say something?
Yes, sorry, it might be a little bit loud. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. Amazing presentation, spot on seeing the problems. I applaud the proposal. It's very, very important. About the blocking or the censoring, will there be a possibility to come back from this, to recover from this as an NGO? So when they really are trying to set themselves straight, is it possible for them, or is it is there no chance?
Sorry, I couldn't understand the question.
So once somebody's blocked as an NGO, can they come out from the blocking if they correct mistakes? Is that the right? Did I get it, Dan?
It will be up to the donors. Donors will be able to vote out, and maybe they can, if the NGO, I think this is somewhat of a technicality, but ideally I would say we would, of course, the donor has a say in that, because they are the ones who they have their money in. And yeah, I don't know if I answered that correctly, but I think
yes, that's why we're a DAO.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Continue.
Yeah,
So
that was partially an answer. I was just wondering, is there a, have you thought of a process yet for the NGO to come back from this, or is it up to the donors themselves to verify this?
and before you answer, we're going to leave it on a cliffhanger and leave it on a cliffhanger. And if you want to know the answer to that, then we're going to put you in a breakout room. And because I am mindful of the time, I do want to keep the recording to about an hour. And I want to quickly talk about, if that's okay, everybody's giving me the thumbs up. Okay, because the breakout rooms are going to be on fire. I think people are going to ask you a lot of questions about this. And I'm hopeful that you'll stick around for 30 minutes or so to answer questions in the breakout room. I am going to share the screen because we have some other stuff. And this is actually my topic. It's a focus that I've taken on here at C4C about the events. We have a schedule of events that we've sort of coalesced onto, that we basically have an onboarding event in the beginning of the cycle. Then we have a thematic event, which is event number 6, and it's coming up in July. And then we have event number 7, which is this proposal showcase, which I talked about before. What I want to talk to you mostly about is how you can participate. We've got all of these roles. Some will be volunteer, some will be paid in gimbals, some will be paid in ADAs and gimbals, and some will be paid in super love. You can get love and you can get experience. Tom Frey knows about love. He pricks up his ears. I like that. I like that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But you can do all of these things and more. You have something special. You have an ikigai that can bring to our ikigai. We can work together and collaborate. So I want to encourage you, reach out to me. I do have a lot more to say about this, and I'm going to blast out this on the Telegram and Discord channel. So you'll be hearing a lot from me about this, but I feel good about the next 2 events. Okay. We also, and
sorry, Newman, I'm just going to say we have event planning Monday mornings, 3 p.m. every week religiously.
Yes.
So you can, if you're interested in an event or participating in any of those roles, let us know, reach out to either one of us, any of us, and we'll put, I think we even send out the Telegram chat. Yep. I'll do that. I'll actually send out the link.
Excellent, excellent. Now, as we wrap up, we are a collaborative organization. It sort of permeates everything we do. So we want to shout out the organizations that we are a part of. This is the Cardano for Climate. This is our main thing. Here we go. And then we also are associated with the Pacific Town Hall. That's Nori leads that up, or is a staff leadership there. We've talked about that. Fortnightly Wednesdays. Okay. Also Gimbal Labs. They have Discords and websites. Fantastic folks, especially for the, would you say, the technically minded, but then also very much heart-centered. Catalyst for Catalyst Women, not exclusive to women, but highlighting and celebrating the perspective of women and to bring that into our community. Catalyst Swarm. Swarm does many events. They do the Idea Fest and the Saturday morning, in my time zone, Saturday 1700 UTC. Check out the Swarm.
Just a shout out for Swarm. This Saturday, we're discussing the book Reinventing Organizations, which kind of talks about teal organizations. So we're having a book club meeting. If you're interested in that topic and have read the book or interested about the book, you don't have to read it to come. Please join us. We're going to be talking about Reinventing Organizations, the book. So
it's going to be fire. It's one of my favorite things of the whole Project Catalyst thing. It's really, really fantastic.
Sean has his hand up. I have a feeling that you haven't done your slide yet, have you, Sean?
Go ahead, Sean.
Hey guys, I have not done my slide, unfortunately. I've been busy, but I do have some good news. Speaking of reinventing organizations, that there's now a university in Canada, in Saskatoon, who are offering cash prizes to use Open Litter Map. So if you can see that, but it says tag trash and win cash. Nice. So they're actually paying people to start earning litter coin.
And they're paying it in litter coin without the fiat value.
They're,
carry on.
Well, they have their own cash. They have their own cash prizes, but the students, by virtue of using the app, are also passively earning litter coin. So this Canadian university are now the first to pay students total plot twist of the educational paradigm. Normally, you have to pay to get an education, and now we have a university that they will pay you to get an education and go out there and start learning things.
Wow, fantastic, Sean. But please
It's
get that
fantastic.
slide in.
Absolutely.
And I would
didn't-
like to add. I would like to add to that. I mean, you know how passion and persistence works. And today there was a FT challenge by Cardano and Seed Stars, and one of the stars behind was Sean, where Dr. Michaela in front of everyone gave an example of citizen science and open litter map and his work that he's doing in front of everyone, and that was wonderful. And hopefully 100,000 people will see that as well, so well done on that.
Very
now
well
just
done.
needs to make sure he's going to get funded. That's the
next step. Yeah.
That's
Fabulous.
wonderful.
Big proposal. Please
Thanks for sharing that, Yoram, because I had no idea what that was about. But you've sent the link, and there's probably going to be a recording of it.
Yeah, there is a recording, and Sean should cut part of the recording and put it as part of a proposal to show, you know, the impact he's making already on the ecosystem as being an example.
Fabulous. And with that, because we're in the middle of those slides, so Sean, please add your slide, because Sean also meets regularly Thursdays, right around the time when we usually plan an event at this point, but definitely get some more people coming to yours.
Yes. I was channeling Miroslav there. Okay, here we go. More of our other things. LATAM Town Hall also meets. Anybody announcements from LATAM? Okay, just raise your hand. And next slide. Well, at Africa Town Hall, we have a proposal in partnership with the Africa Town Hall. If you're interested, you know, please be in touch. And in Navato, and I don't know these guys as well. I have made some contact, but is anyone from Navato here? Okay, moving on. Okay, now we get down to some breakout rooms. I have no idea how to set these up, but we've got several here. The challenge, Seomon is going to, if you're interested in that. We are also going to discuss, oh, that's under his, it's a little bit of, and then proposal writing support. I would love to help with that. Nori or Yoram is also going to help with that. And then a general breakout room, which I figure maybe CNGO might drop into there to answer questions. All right.
So just before we go into, do we need any other breakout rooms? Anybody needing to collaborate? Maybe we add 2 extra breakout rooms. So if you see somebody you want to connect with, and if you're going to do that, if you could record your breakout room would be awesome. You do need to be co-host before you go into the breakout room though. Just a little bit of an admin.
Okay. And I believe.
Sorry, and Yoram, you've said this again, adding this tag. Can you please?
Yeah, I think it will be cool. Just to explain everyone, I think it's if we add a tag when you write a proposal, you can add tag, add also visualization. This will help us in the end of the fund to actually get statistics about all the climate-related proposals. You know, and that will be, I think, great. So we don't need to kind of collect it post. We'll just get all of them together. And the next fund, we will have Cardano for Climate as part of the tags. I tried to put it now in this fund, but it's too complicated with ID scale, so we'll have it next time.
Oh,
so good. Do we have a tag at all that we can use in these proposals for Fund 9?
No. This is why I will ask to put it for Fund 10, and this will be our tag kind of line for now, just that we can sort it afterwards.
Oh, so so the tags go like right here, right? Down below.
Oh, you won't see them. Yeah.
Down here. Can you guys
see that?
There is
red tags, or if you go down a little bit more in the, I mean the new format, it's in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
So you just need to add tags.
That'd be great. So this is a bit of an admin note. Can we stop the recording now and then go into our breakout rooms and get those breakout rooms? Okay, so we're going to say goodbye to YouTube fans. We love you. Thank you for joining us and spending some quality time. And we'll see you next week.
Anybody else that's dropping off, thanks for coming. Yeah.
Bye.